It's Week 14 of the NFL, and we've got Pat Surtain. He'll make you pay if you throw his way too often. It's the Chargers and the Broncos, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup. It should be a good one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the LA Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's second leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
It hasn't taken Herbert long to earn this status as one of the league's best and most entertaining passers. He's locked and loaded on every snap, and the second he sees an opening, the ball's soaring downfield. You've got to be on your A game at all times against him. The second you slip up, he's liable to burn you.
Throwing first play is Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Big strides, look at him go. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 66 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. They'll run here with Spiller. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Again, it's Spiller. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Isaiah Spiller with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he returns this to the 22. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his second season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And Williams is going to pick up a Broncos 1st down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The Broncos at 11-1 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now it's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
That's a great response here in this first quarter. And what I like about it is how they put this drive together. The other guys scored quickly to start the game, but this was smart football to not feel like you have to go out and score quickly yourself. So they worked the ball down the field, took their time, and finished with the touchdown run.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
When you look at this Bronco defense,
they were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
These two teams all tied after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Chris Rumph
from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Marvin Mims,
33 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Marr now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now.
Go.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And how about that on 3rd down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a 1st down.
Herbert. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 35-yard line. Here's Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He gets this out to Spiller.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Herbert throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Herbert. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Now Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Setting up the screen, here's Spiller. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
That That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Vikings who are out in front. The Vikings locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Let's stay in the AFC West to check out what's going on with the Chiefs at home in Arrowhead. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Isaiah Pacheco with 2 touchdowns there. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. Brock Purdy with a touchdown pass to Deebo Samuel. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to get the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. There's Wilson to throw. That is caught. It gets by him, and now a little daylight.
He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's brought down.
64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Marr on for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big time pressure.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Broken tackle. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Again, it's Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action now. Wilson.
He's got Dulcich going across the formation.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th.
Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
Marr now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Again, Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. Herbert operating from the red zone.
Oh, he did
and there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Second and 10. They run behind center with Spiller. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's Riley Dixon now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert now.
Drops it underneath to Spiller.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Herbert on 3rd down now. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Isaiah Spiller.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football.